If you want to learn how to invest properly and not get scammed by fake gurus, watch this.
Everybody kind of need a mentor.
Every single guru has to be 100% transparent.
You need to be responsible for your own success.
Just teaching you and they are not in practice.
What is his portfolio
Track
long-term?
record. They blame their student for not following the system. That's why they don't get results.
They sell a dream that is almost impossible.
You do not fundraise from any of a student.
This money is really their last bit of saving.
Everybody lost money after that.
Crazy. Nobody have a formula that lasts forever in an ever-changing world.
Shifumi, I'll slap you. Hey guys, you can see so many ads out there on the amount of people earning hell a lot of money. The gurus telling you how to buy stock. Wow, you can go financial freedom, buy real estate for free. So many ads out there. So in this episode, we are going to expose the gurus.
Ha ha ha. And we have the perfect combination in this episode. Let me tell you why. Are you guys ready? I'm a little bit scared to introduce, but let's go, right? So because Ken, he's a ex-trainer, right? He used to be a seminar speaker on big stage as well, teaching about options and about stocks, right? And Qiuyu is an avid student, a learner, a believer in attending training programs, right? And I happen to be a current trainer that provides seminar and program, right, to people to build wealth. So it's a very interesting combination, right? So let's go. Let's talk about the industry first, right? So let's give a big open view about what you all feel about this whole thing about seminar, training, and guru. For me, right, basically, I think it's very needed because these are information out there that is really not taught in school. And if you really found the right company, the right speaker, the right practitioner, it does yield results. And of course, able to grow your network as well.
So that's the key. If you find the right one. So out of 10 or maybe out of 20, you get one proper one. The rest are all donkeys.
Maybe 30?
30, yeah. 30 donkeys. Yeah.
Usually, right?
Yeah.
I hear people talk about like fake gurus. Well, what actually is a fake guru?
Fake guru are people who preach it but they don't actually do it.
Yep.
They don't show anything. But for you, you're pretty lucky.
I actually paid. I never in my life thought I need to pay for education except for my university fee.
Okay.
Right, I paid for my uni fee. And I thought everything can be found online. You can Google everything. Search on YouTube. You see, you can find Ken. Right? So I thought so. But about 2 years ago, I actually made my first payment for a class. And I think it was good. I got a lot out of it.
Yeah, you're lucky, man. I see a lot of people go through 5 shit people because I have a lot of people following me and I noticed that a lot of people, they get burned doing
very
courses.
badly.
And you actually came out quite good with passive income and stuff. So congrats to you. And
Thanks. I just think that maybe this guru thing, right? Everybody kind of need a mentor to guide them to somewhere. And I think if the mentor or the guru is able to teach you something to cut short your journey to success, or maybe let's say you want to learn options, you want to learn e-commerce, then they can teach you some methods, right? By all means, I think you don't expect people to give you free course.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they need to earn a living out of it. Yeah, man, they take their time to plan the curriculum to teach you. I think it's okay to pay for a course. But you need to be responsible for your own success.
yeah, that is the biggest word. If you are responsible on success, you have the right mindset to set you up for success. Yeah, if you are holding like your teachers responsible, probably you are also in a pretty shitty position yourself.
Yeah. On this note, right, we talk about result. We talk about action. So let me speak to you guys as a current speaker and trainer right now. It's that content is really important. You want to have the right content. You have to be backed by research and by action, right? Which is all cool. Every trainer out there will say, "Oh no, what I teach is a system. It's gonna work," which is okay. But I think the biggest problem that is just highlighted here is action and the post support. That's why even a perfectly good intentioned speaker end up not having student with any result will be in this trap position, because they might fall into the trap of, if I give them the right content, they should be able to get the result, right? But through our experience, we already know the mindset, the action, the post support, the fear, the start, the continuous update of knowledge is so important, right? And most speakers just feel that, hey, you know what? If I have something that got me here today, I just need to teach it, and it's your fault if you don't get result, right? Which is so unethical and irrelevant, you get it? Because they must understand that they have that responsibility to give people more than just content, but support to get to the results.
Oh, cool. I mean, like from what Benny said, I actually caught 2 things. So number 1, if you want to choose a good guru or a mentor who is going to teach you something, right? Make sure that the after support, after the class is substantial.
But you can't tell that, you see? Because everybody say that they have a community and support. Everybody.
Yeah. And how you tell that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I provide that, but I could be scamming you. Like, nobody knows, right? And that's the biggest problem, right? But everybody will claim as such. That's the irritating part, because the moment we say, oh, we have a research house that do that, right, for property investment, it's we do that as well. Oh, we do that as well. So you can't tell. That's a very sad truth.
So for me, now I'm an ex-trainer and I'm step out this entire industry, and there's nothing monetary for me to even like promote this industry. So if I were to come in fresh again, and how do I select what I do? I mean, select the person who like to teach me is every single guru out there has to be 100% transparent. I mean, whatever his bad results, his good results, he needs to show the world. He needs to do what he preach. There's a lot of people who I know out there who only show like that.
Select.
Yeah, like for example, I did this one trade. Wow, I earned thousands of percent. But 900 trades like freaking burning. Like during COVID, there was some idiot that posted like about shorting the stock market. And everybody, he sell based on that. And everybody followed him after that because the job was very fast up. Everybody lost money after that.
Crazy.
So it's very short-term mindset thinking. And you don't post that one good trade. You need to show what is his portfolio long-term.
Track record.
Like for me, my track record is pretty simple. Like it's not just, people know me about my Tesla, but before Tesla, what did I do to make it successful? So this is where I transparently share with people how I invested in Apple and Facebook. Those days, I don't believe in Facebook now, by the way.
Add on to that, it's not just track record, but current track record. I'm going to give these a parallel in different industry, because how value investing used to work might not work today.
Value investing is dead.
Yeah, it's okay, I wouldn't dare to say it's like fully dead, but it's very different. Maybe I say very extremely different priority. The way you look at P ratio, I think is very different in this context right now, because this time is different from booming town, it's different from bear town, it's different from bull town. You cannot just say you have a strategy and then it works for every season, right? In property investment as well. So we have heard of people who have made truckloads of money in property boom before that, right? And now they're sharing about property investment, right? But they must understand that, hey, the current market is not similar to what was happening 10 years ago. So one criteria I want everybody to take note is that you want to have their track record shown and not past track record. And also currently, are they still a practitioner doing so? And they are not just teaching you and they are not in practice. Because if they are not doing so and not in practice, how the hell do they have relevant information? It's hard to track, yes, but it's very important for you to find out, and are the trainer transparent?
So, and even if they are a practitioner right now, right, the method that they are using, it must be evolved over time. I mean, you can't be using a 10 years ago method and then you teach other people and hoping that they will be successful after that,
and
right?
insist your method 10 years ago is currently working. Wow. By the way, if you search value investing just in YouTube, you see whose video come out first anywhere in the world. I'm just telling you. My video. Anyway, no, there are teachers are still teaching value investing. Wow, how you calculate this and that. Oh my God, this is a different world together. That might work 10 years ago. But value investing usually derives from Warren Buffett. And you notice Warren Buffett's performance for the last 10 to 15 years has underperformed the index. So you're better off like buying the index rather than doing value investing. It's a different world now.
Let's talk about how the system is created. 3 steps to get you rich, right? We talk about in business, in marketing, in trading, in property investment. It's always this 5-step, 3-step, right? Let's be very clear here. So most of them have 2 issues I'm going to share right now. Number one, they do not have a teaching methodology that creates retention and action. So they're just blindly, randomly teaching what they know. Hopefully, it's value and people will put into action. So their teaching method is not on point because none of them comes from a background of academic of teaching, right? So they do have a teaching curriculum, teaching methods, right? Number 2, they are just putting on a very random perspective of what works for them must have worked for everyone else. And which means that most trainers, right, ended up fail to diagnose what really works. So they get results, but they're just blindly teaching random stuff because they fail to dissect themselves down to really put it into perspective what works. So I'll give a very clear example, like marketing. And it's the same. They say, oh, I done it this way to get that result, right? But most of the time, they even diagnose themselves wrongly. They might get success because of other things, right? But they just claim so, right? And then what's the worst thing? They blame their student for not following the system. That's why they don't get results. They're so blind, they don't even see that their method sucks.
Exactly. I hear like teachers talking about, hey, my students do come back to feedback, like sometimes I'm not doing well in my portfolio. Then usually the defense will come from the teacher. I've seen this many times.
So many times.
Do you follow my method? Do you follow the calculation? And often enough, that is the best way to like protect their own butt, you know.
But I want to come in like as a payer perspective or the student's perspective, right? So why do we pay for a guru or a mentor? Probably we need somebody to guide us.
Guidance,
and
yeah.
I think that having this mentor sometimes in your life is very important, right? And then this mentor or the guru is somebody that you really look up to and you really respect, right? But at the same time, you need to have practice certain discernment to decide whether the advice is suitable for you or not. I mean, you cannot expect, because I pay this lump sum of money for the course and expect miracle out of it. This is what I think.
I mean, if this mindset to pay this lump sum and expect miracle, that's it. By the number one, maybe the marketing message is wrong.
Exactly.
And number two is that the mindset of the student paying is wrong already. So it sounds wrong on both levels.
So on student perspective of like, if you put $3,000, you can get like $25 million, right? It's just not possible, right? Secondly, also, right, I would say that most training companies right now, because of how heavily influenced marketing plays a role in their revenue, right? They start to become inclusive rather than exclusive. So what do I mean? They start to say, oh, it works for you, it works for a stay-home mom, it works for a working adult, it works for an entrepreneur, it works for everyone, right? Because that works. Because they're trying to get as many students in. But I would say, right, for efficacy standpoint, you need to really be exclusive. Be calling out exactly which profile will find value in the way you teach. Don't forget, there's that post-action, there's that post-characteristic, and there's a post-preference of character and people, right?
Yeah.
They will determine whether it's suitable or not. For me, I mean, like, when it comes to property investment, if you're here to make 10, 15% a year, buying the right property, buy, sell, it's fine. Even in my company, we make it extremely clear that that's pretty much the max you'll make out of this. You're here trying to make 100% a year, right? Maybe stocks. Even the goal and objective have to be very clearly spelled so that you give people the most fair expectation. But that's not how the industry works.
I think why people think that a lot of gurus, they are like fake, they are scam, is also because they sell a dream that is almost impossible. Right, to people, and then people try their best to take action. They pay the lump sum of money. Maybe for some of them, right, this money is really their last bit of saving.
Yeah.
And then they got nothing.
For me, coming from this industry last time, and I used to be the person for people to come to when things screwed up. So when another guru screws up, they'll tell me what happened to their portfolio. Usually, Benny, before I became famous on YouTube, I do show you messages and what certain things people did, and it's quite
crazy.
painful. And when there's a problem, usually it comes to me because I'm always the guy trying to repair people out of shit.
Let's talk about the next level.
Abuse trust.
Abuse trust to fundraise from students. That is the ethical line that you cannot cross as a trainer. You do not fundraise from any of a student. We have seen that happening in the US gurus. We've seen it happening in Singapore gurus as well. Because the moment you fundraise, you cross that line. Because now they just throw money, right? And hopefully that's the future for them. And they are fundamentally looking at it as a get rich quick manner right now, and then you abuse them. You're supposed to be a teacher and teach, and not to raise money from them.
Let me add at this point, because most people won't understand what Benny's trying to say about abusing students. You see, if you're coming from a student point of view, you pay the teacher money. Teacher educates you. Immediately the trust level goes up. No matter how is it, the trust level goes up. So when the teacher calls for a fundraise, money goes in because trust level is high. Imagine you don't know this person and he asks you to raise funds. Probably it's very hard to get your money. But once you know the person, you know it's very easy for educators to just raise funds.
It's so easy.
People know me for what I do right now. And imagine I call with my 200,000+ subscribers. I want to raise funds for certain things. I can raise.
You'll be a mini hedge fund in no time.
Yeah, I can easily have a few $1 million right now, but I refuse to do it. But that's not the point of it. You regain trust of people through payment and through education. And because of that, a lot of trainers abuse their power and sell you shit.
Because when you raise $1 million, you have $1 million liability.
Yeah.
If you sell $1,000 training program, you just have to fulfill. So even as a trainer, like it's just a stupid business model because the moment you raise fund, now the onerous is on you. You didn't collect profit. But most trainers treat it like a profit. When they raise fund, they go, oh, look at me, how much money I have. That is a pure responsibility, right? They do not understand. They go, easy money. I can raise so much money. Yeah. Do you have the return when you raise? You have to, right? So if you find any of these dodgy company trying to raise money from you, whatever shit reason they give you, but if the end goal is taking more money from you, run far, far away from it because it's just not how it works, right?
Yeah, you hear that? When people going to fundraise, run.
Just
freaking run. I've seen the amount of times people lost money. I remember I went to this one seminar. One of my students asked me to go with her to her seminar to see this guy. He does forex trading. I don't want to say the name because he got arrested by MAS already. Police came down, freeze his funds.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what happened. I went to his stock and he tells you, whatever capital you give me, I'll give you 3% a month for the next 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And how do I guarantee your capital is if I die.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Oh,
shit.
What?
Basically, this guy sells insurance policy on his life. If I die, you take my money. When I was there doing the FAQ sessions, I just stand up and ask, what if you don't die? then his reply is, you better kill me.
Huh?
After that, he couldn't raise a single fund during the whole session. That's all I said. What if you don't die?
Yeah.
Yeah, so people get bluffed doing. But by the way, 6 months later, his funds frozen. It's just a Ponzi scheme.
So many out there.
Yeah, there is so many. I tell you, now if you look underneath my channel or this channel, now we have the Bitcoin scam, all the scammers coming in.
Yeah, the people imposing as Café Money, they build
Yeah.
going to all our channels. Oh my God.
Let me tell you something. People buy that shit because I got people coming back to me, they got scammed.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, you know what happened? So they text that guy. The scammer say that if you invest $150, you'll get 300. If you invest 300, you get 600. So the list goes down like that. And people literally give them $150.
But why is it so hard to catch this type of scammers?
Firstly, number one, I think Google sucks because it's just simple AI implementation to block these people, but Google is not doing it. And these trainers, they are very good at selling you a dream, and most people are short term.
And it's a very dark industry because many trainers actually come in with a pure intention.
Yep.
I'm going to change the world, man. I'm going to teach a good skill that I know, right? But then it got clouded because of marketers. Because the marketer is going to tell you, oh, you need the hook. You need the sub story. You need the call to action. You can achieve so and so without so and so. You know, like they just flood with all this crap templated script shit, right? And then the trainer start to be distorted, right? They say, oh yeah, perhaps to make more money, I need to sound more general. I need some way easier, right? Gone. And the problem is this: if you build a community by setting false expectation, it's just a matter of time you're going to collapse because people are not getting a result. You know what the worst thing is? I've seen trainers who now digress from sharing results, right? They share how good is their program. So
What?
they say, so they get people to review how good is their program. Oh, immediately after the program, oh, my program is so amazing. But the actual success rate, right, for a general investment program, a general business program is less than 20%.
What? But then they make it sound like it's so easy for the audience. Like as long as you join me, you follow me, you get the success.
Because they didn't get the goal right. So if you're a trainer right now, right, or you're someone joining, just know that the expectation is very careful. I'll give you an example. So the result could have been 100% if the promise is very straightforward. For example, helping you to create an account, able to start investing in indexes, knowing how to save your money a little bit more wiser and all that, then that is achievable, right? But they promise like triple your money. Of course, there's like what 10% whatever triple your money, you get it, or like 5% or even no percent, right? So for me, like when I do a business, why am I in the property niche to share a little bit, right? Is because I'm very clear is that in my country, most people have to make a property decision. Are you going to make it informed or not informed? That's about it, right? Success rate is very high, not because I'm just extremely good. It's because there is a need to be sound to make a decision. That's all. I tell you the most ridiculous thing.
I want to hear.
Of 50,000 passive income in property investment.
What?
What?
Yeah. By the way,
50,000
it's
passive
very easy to hit 10,000. Revenue. You haven't managed to pay your mortgage, haven't managed MCST. It could be negative cash flow.
Yeah.
It could be negative.
Yep.
But they are so clouded. They put passive income 8,000. But it's fake. You had to minus the mortgage, but they don't account for all that. So in their marketing message online is, I got 10,000 passive, I got 8,000. It's not net passive income. How ridiculous is that? But these are the message that people buy. People love it.
Guru that you're following has to evolve over time. The world keeps changing and evolving.
It is.
And it's very hard for the trainer to evolve because every day he's day-to-day busy with his own
Training,
shit. Training. He doesn't know what's happening in the real world. So this trainer must have enough like resources or at least the donkey sense in his head to know that the world is evolving.
Yep.
And he needs to evolve his topics when the things change. Like when I first started value investing, that was back in 2013, something like that.
Yep.
And I realized it doesn't really work. So I went to growth investing. That's where Apple and Facebook came in. Then I went into disruptive investing with Tesla. So I evolved. Right now, where am I? If you're following me, you know I'm in the crypto space.
Yeah.
Because that is where money is moving now. So as a trainer, your job is to always keep evolving and just letting the community know. It's okay to tell the community that you are not sure. I tell my audience, hey, I don't understand this company called Palantir. Why the hype? Then all the information came in and everybody starts helping you out as a community. I think as a trainer, you must be humble when you don't understand something. Yep. Just be honest and the world will just work itself out.
Nobody knows the government policy will change. So your strategy have to change. If the Democrats were, you have to change. If it's a Republican world, you have to change. How can you ever have a system so firm when the world is dynamic?
Yeah.
Like, it's just not even logical. Do not fall into this 3-step system. Can there be 3 components you should look out for? Yeah, sure, like proof of concept, big concept, give big ideas. That's fine, right? But be very clear that every time there's a method to spot a property, it works now, or you spot a stock, right? It works now. It might not work in just like a matter of 2 years, like it's that fast. 1 year is that fast right now in the market, right? So have that awareness that if the trainer is not updating the content, if it's not evolutionary content, if it's just this old classic saying of how money can make and all that, right? Then it's just selling you bullcrap personal development program. All I can say. Okay, wait, it's personal development. I think it's super important. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just not in that space, man. I'm not in the whoa personal development space. I don't think it's wrong. I personally attended a lot of Tony Robbins' program. I love it. I really love it. I think it changed me fundamentally how I think, right? But we are speaking directly to investment related program, like picking up a skill, picking up a knowledge, right? Then be very clear. Nobody have a formula that lasts forever in an ever-changing world. So Qiuyu, what would be your advice for someone who is a student right now?
Firstly, you gotta check like the after service lah. Hundreds of people can sit inside the same program, listen to the same information, but I can tell you probably only like 5-10% of people know how to apply what you learn onto your own profile and how you're going to execute it. So the after support, like one-to-one kind of consultation where somebody is really guiding you personally, I think that's very important.
Sorry, is the one-to-one person guiding you legit? Because sometimes they can just plant random shit. So that one very important.
Or
guys.
volunteers.
Please, volunteers. Please be careful. Okay, sorry, I just had to cut you.
I think that's very good.
100%.
I've seen shit before.
The one-to-one support have to be someone who's been there, done that.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Oh my God, you're so right.
It's not just they say that they've been there, done that. They must prove that they've been there.
Oh my God, that's big one.
The second one, I think the guru, right, is okay that you change your syllabus. Right? Because whatever that was taught last time, you just got to admit that, hey, it was effective at that point in time. Moving forward, this is what I think, it may not be effective, but I think that this is, you got to evolve your strategy and whatever you're teaching.
So to me, I call it, right, a lifetime commitment. Because it's ever changing. And come on, there's no excuse for any company to give lifetime because it's ever changing. Secondly, you can do it through Zoom. How much does it cost you? You can do it through online right now. We don't talk about like maybe 20 years ago, right? You got to book a seminar space and all. So your lifetime commitment can always be just updating, you know what I mean? So I think it have to be done this way. And lastly, to me, right, if you hear the word guru, you hear the word shifu, you run away because you're joining a cult. Understand that you can join a educational company that actually runs it professionally because it's just using a medium. It's called education, right? And the back-end support is just like coaches and all. It's just like maybe joining a personal trainer. Nobody call a personal trainer shifu, right?
Yeah, man.
Right? You can learn fitness from them, right? So why is this like so cultish? That's my problem. So Ken can be very good at something. You can learn from Ken, but you don't like shifu here, shifu there, kowtow this.
Shifu me, I'll slap you.
We actually banned this word in our organization.
Oh, cool.
We banned this word. We said, hey guys, it's just and the intimacy is
cringy.
there. Yeah, I don't even create like separation from student. It's just all good friends and hang out. And let me tell you some of the best shifu who are not shifu. Franken. Right? Greatest marketer, nobody call him a shifu and kowtow and all that. I have friends who are in the States and all that. It's just like good at what they're doing, teach what they're doing well, end of bloody story, right? There's no like cultish, like follow up and all that. So just be careful of all those words. Ken, any advice from an ex-trainer? What would we tell someone who wants to join a training program and all?
Just to summarize everything, my 2 criteria. Number 1, be really transparent. The trainer's got to be very transparent, and the criteria is that he needs to evolve over time.
Awesome. With that, we end this chapter about exposing the guru. I hope you guys learned something and comment on your experience. Are there good trainers in experience more? Are there crappy ones that really burn you one whole lot so you can prevent our community from burning more, right? Do subscribe and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.